Hey, everybody, welcome inside the sit down. Ryan Mayer now joined by Super Bowl champion Lavonte David. Lavonte, how are you? That probably feels pretty good to hear that Super Bowl champion introduction in front of your name. How you doing, man?
I'm great, man. Thank you for having me. And yeah, the introduction was awesome. I appreciate it.
So you end up winning the Super Bowl this past year, and just you've had some time now to get into the off season. When you reflect back on that run, what stands out to you the most about getting the opportunity to hoist the Lombardi Trophy for the first time?
Oh man, just the battle tested, the ground we put in. I mean, the camaraderie of all our teammates. Just everybody just staying focusing on reaching that one goal, and that's getting to the championship. And everybody put their best foot forward. Everybody had a role throughout the whole playoffs, whole season, and everybody played their role really well, and it helped us get to where we was at, help us get that championship. And we have a great football team. We have great guys on the football team. So I'm very thankful, very appreciative to be able to hang up. I mean, like hold up the Lombardi with those guys.
Yeah, and it was the first time into the playoffs for you in your time with the Buccaneers. You go and win the Super Bowl, and I wonder, Bruce Arians comes in as a new head coach in 2019, and then Tom Brady comes down and obviously joins the team this past season. What's the biggest difference maybe in the culture that you've seen kind of shift here in the last couple of years as you guys have built this to where you're now the champs?
Yeah, I mean, throughout my years in Tampa, we had people, we had players in place, but we never had that winning pedigree, that winning culture. And it's something, me that I wanted really bad. Obviously, guys who on the team, was with me throughout that time. Guys like Will Golston, Mike Evans, who played with the Bucks for like 7+ years. Those guys wanted to win. Bringing in BA, he had that attitude his first year that, we was going to be a winning football team, but things didn't go our way that year. And then, the remarkable thing happened of Tom Brady coming and just him bringing that winning pedigree to the locker room, and a locker room full of guys who we know that are really good football players. And all it did is just added on to what he already wanted. And then, for us, we just had to raise our standards a little bit more, and just be able to, just go out there and compete week in and week out, man. And he was able to bring it home for us.
And you mentioned Tom Brady there, and it's a guy that we hear so much about, both in terms of the on the field accolades and off the field as well. But I wonder, from your perspective, what stands out to you the most? You mentioned the winning mentality there that he brought to the team, but what stood out to you?
Man, I think just him as a person, how he's down to earth. He always tells us, man, just treat me like one of the guys. And, just because he had this status, how other people view him, he always say, I'm just like everybody else, man. I'm just a normal human being. Just I like to have fun. I like to laugh and joke around. I like to be joked on. I like to compete, and it definitely showed. He was like that from day one, man. Thing I just really respected was, he reached out to all the guys and then said, like, I'm coming to you guys' locker room. So I'm trying to earn the respect of you guys. And, that was crazy for me for him to say that. It's like, shoot, man, you already got our respect. You're a 6-time Super Bowl champion. But for him to do that, to go out of his way and do that, man, it's really, really, really humbling to see.
I think we've seen sort of that fun side of Tom on Twitter in particular, making fun of himself a lot and having some of those back and forths with people. So one of the other guys that I know has gotten a lot of praise, and it's a guy that you work closely with, obviously, is Todd Bowles at the defensive coordinator spot. And just for you, what stands out about his coaching style, the way he leads you guys in implementing the game plan week in, week out?
I mean, Coach Bowles is never up or down, man. He had the same demeanor throughout his whole time coaching, on the field, off the field, man. He's a jokester. He's pretty much a jokester. He likes to joke around a lot. He likes to mess with people. But he's a really good motivator. He knows how to do it the right way. He's a coach. He's a coach who guys listen to. When he talks, guys listen. And he's definitely a great motivator, man. His defensive mind is awesome. I think that's why a lot of guys really like him, man, because he's a guy who's gonna tell you what he wants you to do, and he expects you to go out there and do it. And he ain't gonna yell at you, he ain't gonna do nothing. But like, if you do some outrageous stuff, he'll probably yell at you. I'll tell you that. But if not, he's just gonna try to encourage you. He's gonna try to get that competitive nature out you, man. Main thing is, man, he want us to go out there and have fun, and we definitely appreciate that.
No doubt. And big things for you on the field with the Super Bowl win. Also, big things happening for you off the field as well with your foundation and Lavonte's Legends. So just take me through a little bit why it was so important to start this scholarship program to give back to the community.
Yeah, man. Lavonte Legends Foundations is a foundation that's going to support, kids going off to school who, have financial issues, not being able to get scholarships and stuff like that. So my foundation is going to fund that aspect of their education. And for me, I think it's very important because, I, kind of had a different route, education wise. I went to junior college because I didn't have the grade and stuff like that. And, I wasn't really able to, pay for school until I graduated from junior college and I got a scholarship to Nebraska. So I know how difficult it could be for, kids 18 years old and people's family who can't really afford that type of stuff. So well, me and my team job, what we're going to do is just try to, help support those kids to, just get into an institution to help jumpstart them what they want to do with education wise. And I feel like, it's something that I want to put my heart into, and I feel like it'll be very kind of me to do something like that.
Yeah, you mentioned your experience there, and I know that was a big factor for you in creating the foundation and trying to give back in this way to the community. So, just what's it been like going through this process and getting everything set up and seeing the impact that you can have on others' lives to help them to achieve these opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, throughout the years, I just been having little charity events here and there, and just working with the youth, working with kids, man, just seeing, how much it lights them up, for a guy like me to come around and just encourage them, just give them a extra, give them a extra little push. A guy like me coming and just talking to them who they probably feel like, oh, he don't care about us or nothing like that. But then you see me out there actually involved and just talking to them and just encouraging people. I see the brightness on their face, and something for me, it does something for me to see a smile on someone else's face, So, that's why I want to get into that business, because I know doing that, it'll put a lot of smiles on people's faces, and a lot of different stuff I want to do, man, as far as with the youth. I want to, build community centers. I want to do all type of stuff, man, to just try to make a positive impact as much as I can while I'm living on this earth.
Yeah, and you mentioned in an interview with the Undefeated, I saw that one of the big things for you was seeing guys that had made it out of the area that you grew up in, and not seeing them maybe necessarily come back as much to help those out who were still behind in the community. So how much does that factor into it as well? Wanting to make sure that you're lifting up people at home where you're from.
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily me not seeing guys come back, but I don't think we had that many guys, come out as much as we have now. We still have a lot of guys out of Miami, making it to the league and stuff and like that, and being able to provide. So, I just want to kind of like, start that trend, make it a trend, because, obviously, Miami football is real big, and you got a lot of people coming out of Miami to play in the league. So I'm trying to start a trend, man. I'm just trying to get back to my community as much as I can. Like I said, man, growing up, like I said, I wasn't that many people from Miami that's in the league, so I really didn't have the opportunity. But when you look out and you see other people doing it in their different communities, like, man, that's something I want to do for my community. And I feel like, obviously I'm in a position to do that. So it's definitely the main reason why I want to do it.
And you've achieved a lot on the field, obviously Super Bowl champion now, a couple of Pro Bowls to your name. And how much does the foundation and what you're doing working in the community work to build that overall legacy for what you want to leave behind after your football career is done?
Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing, though. Football speaks for itself. You only got so much you can do while you're playing football. You only got so many years, but you have a lifetime to be a helping hand to someone. You have a lifetime to be a kind person to someone. You have a lifetime to just, try to impact someone's life. So why not start now? So maybe just when I get this, start this, maybe I'll come up with something else and just trying to just continue that trend, man. Just trying to impact as much as I can, man, because, I know God looking down. I know my mom is looking down, and I just want to make them proud. And just trying to, just be that be that light for somebody. You never know, man. Everybody got their own problems they dealing with. And, me, I just try to come out with a smile every day, hopefully put a smile on someone else's face, because you never know what people go through in life. So that's what drives me the most. Just trying to, impact people the best way I can.
Yeah, making an impact off the field and clearly won on it as well, and made the decision to re-sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for another 2 seasons during the course of this offseason. Not just you, most of the roster that was part of the Super Bowl champions group last year is coming back again for next season as well. What do you think it was about maybe the chemistry of that group, about the group of guys that you had that
Yeah.
made everybody want to come back?
Yeah, I mean, one of the main reasons why I did want to come back is because, just like you said, man, building my legacy off the field, but with Tampa Bay community, with Tampa, building my legacy on the field. I've been there all 9 years of my career, and adding 2 more years with the contract extension. And then, just seeing, being able to understand that we have something real special. And, it only lasts for so long, so we just try to, get as much as wins as we can as possible. You know what I'm saying? So, because my first 8 years wasn't really good at all. So, I'm just trying to stack it as much as possible, man. And having all those guys come back, the nucleus of our football team, a lot of those guys came back, and man, hopefully we got all the same mindset of just trying to, get more wins and possibly get more championships. It's gonna be a lot of hard work, a lot of work to put in, but we definitely capable of doing it.
And we've talked a little bit about the legacy that you want to leave here off the field and on the field as well. But I wonder, for a guy like you, who, as you mentioned, you've been in the league 9 years now, you've now won a Super Bowl, and you've done a lot for the Tampa Bay franchise, continuing to ascend the leaderboards there. Just what are some of the goals you have for yourself as you look here into the future with the franchise?
Oh man, I just want to, just continue to be dominant in my play, continue to give back to the community in Tampa, and just continue to be, the leader that they expect me to be. I haven't been voted 7-time captain for nothing. I must be doing something right, and I'm gonna keep on trying to do that. Keep on being a light to, the younger players that come around. Being that, that extra ear. Being somebody who they could talk to outside of football, talk about life, and and just continue to be a dominant football player in Tampa community. I always say, man, I look up to Derrick Brooks and what he did for Tampa and on and off the field, and he laid the way, and I'm just trying to follow that way, man. And I'm very very thankful for that organization for them believing in me, and I'm definitely trying to hopefully one day retire as a Buccaneer.
No doubt. And final question that I have for you, we're doing this in the lead up to the NFL draft a little bit later this week. So take me back. What do you remember from your draft weekend and your draft day when you finally got that call?
Yeah, I remember like it yesterday, man. I had the first day, it was getting closer to the draft. You heard a little speculation. Some people had me going first round and stuff like that. So obviously, I'm gonna have a little tiny get together because there's a tiny amount of hope. I'm gonna have a little small get together, for the family or whatever. And we was at my mom's house, we just chilling. My name didn't get called. I wasn't mad at nothing because I was definitely projected, second round for sure. So came back the next day. I believe it was a Friday, and it was the even bigger party. Everybody coming out. My agents were there, friends, family was there, and I just remember just sitting there. I was next to my grandma, and we were just chilling and talking, and then I got a call from an 813 number. I'm like, I ain't know who 813 was at the time. I'm like, hold on, this might be Tampa. So I picked it up, and it was Coach Shiano. Talked to Coach Shiano, and then talked to Mark Dominic, and they say, we're gonna draft you with this next pick, and hung up the phone. Like, I was happy to be there, and I hung up the phone. I'm like, I'm going to Tampa and coming back home, because I was away for school. I was away in college, up in the Midwest. I was in Kansas and in Nebraska, so I was ready to come back home, and for me to be able to get drafted to my back in my home state was really incredible because my family get to come up and watch me. They wasn't able to come to a lot of college games, so now they're able to drive up and come watch me play in NFL and live out my dream. So, and then I remember just giving my mom a hug and everybody excited and stuff like that, and it was a great moment.
Yeah, great memory for sure. Obviously, you can tell by the smile on your face and clearly getting the opportunity to come back home, as you said, to play in front of friends and family. Well, Lavonte, I really appreciate the time, man. Good luck to you as you get ready here for the 2021 season and for everything that you're doing with the foundation. Good luck going forward. All right.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me.